Good morning, everybody. Set an alarm to be here today, so let's make this video quick and I'll go back to bed. Yesterday's free picks and analysis went really well, and Discord went 6-3, made some money. Let's do it again. If you're new, follow, subscribe, like the video, please. If we get 20 likes on this video, another one's coming out tomorrow. It's as easy as that. This dude's playing a back-to-back today. Time to fade him. So we're seeing a Jordan Poole line at 22.5 today, and I honestly couldn't tell you why. This is a dude who's been sitting at 17.5 and 18.5 in basically every single matchup. He was 20.5 for the Golden State Warrior game, but that was completely narrative based because, his first time back there. He took 21 shots. Everyone knew that was going to happen, so that's why that line was inflated. But it's been 17.5, 18.5 for as long as I can remember the past couple weeks. And the funny part is the last time he played the Raptors, which is his matchup today, it was a 15.5 point line. Now that line is too low for Jordan Poole's role in this offense, but he was coming off a couple bad games. Right now he's coming off a couple good games, so line's high, just selling high. So last time versus the Raptors, he went under this line. He was 6 for 16 from the field, average Jordan Poole performance. He had 14 points. The interesting part is there was no OG Anunoby, who's obviously like a defensive player of the year candidate at times and a super fantastic defender. So he's being added to the equation, as well as Dennis being a solid defender. So Poole has been proven to lose minutes in the fourth quarter if he's playing bad. Obviously, the Wizards get blown out often. So there's been tons of times where he doesn't reach his minute ceiling. And even so, his minute ceiling is 33, 34 minutes. In 3 games with no rest this season, he's under 2 of 3. One of those times was actually the previous time versus the Raptors, so we're getting the same situation, no days of rest playing the Raptors. He went over as he shot 10 of 18 in one game. Can't expect Jordan Poole to shoot that. He's a 40% shooter. And then he was 7 of 21 in another game. Does shoot slightly better at home. Don't think it's a big enough difference to be worried about anything. On the season, he averages 17.5 points per game on 29.5 minutes. So yes, that number is skewed down because of a lot of blowouts and benching in the fourth quarter. But let's say you put those rates on a 34-minute scale, still only 20.1 points per game. Toronto's decent at limiting a catch and shoot threes. Jordan Poole takes 4 of his 6.5 threes as catch and shoots. And I mentioned Anunoby's back. It looks like that would be his matchup. A final addition to this play is DeLon Wright is back. He was back last game for the first time in over a month. He gets 15 to 20 minutes on this team. So that's just an interesting thing to keep in mind. Under in 6 of 9 with DeLon Wright in the lineup. And he finished over 22.5 with 23 one time too. So ultimately he's under in 17 of 27 for a great hit rate. Was over in 2 games versus Bucks matchup. So he's 2 for 2 in the over there because they can't guard anyone. And he's over his Golden State because obviously it's just an inflated line like a couple we attacked yesterday. So sell high on Jordan Poole. Disaster class incoming. I also like Melton overs today. So Joel Embiid is still not playing in this game. We get a 3.5 point spread as an underdog versus Orlando. Obviously a pretty fantastic defense. But he's played 4 games without Joel. He's played 37 minutes twice. He played 30 minutes in a blowout where he got pulled with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. So he's on pace to play 36 minutes there. And then he played 30 minutes versus New Orleans. I couldn't really find a super good reason why it was lower in this one. But Oubre's back. So, that does play slight factors. I feel like you can expect 34, 35 minutes, though, pretty safely here. Per 36 with no Joel Embiid. He averages 16.5 field goal attempted a game and 18.77 points. This is with him shooting an absolutely atrocious percentage of 34% with him off. You do have to expect some positive regression there. So this is almost like a buy low spot, even with Embiid out. 3 of the 4 games are without Oubre, as I mentioned, but he still sees pretty similar bumps when both of those guys share the floor together. And just comparing some of the point bumps on his teammates, you're seeing a 5-point bump for Tyrese Maxey. You're seeing a 3-point bump for Oubre. You're seeing a 5-point bump for Tobias all over their regular lines. Melton's an 11.5 point line guy with Embiid in. So you're seeing a 1-point bump. He had elite volume last game. He shot 17 times, just couldn't buy a basket. The 4 games aren't a fluke either. Last season, even with Harden, he still saw really nice bumps with Embiid off the floor, so I like this spot a lot. Adding in RA for PRA, he saw bumps last season. He averaged 8.8 per 36 minutes without Joel last year. He averages 10.7 per 36 without Joel this season. He saw 11 assist chances and 12 rebound chances last game, combining for 23. So like the opportunity here, even though the Magic obviously limit those things compared to most teams. Boosted rates on all his stats. I think you got to look at D'Anthony Melton today. We still don't have all the lines for guys for the Nets that I kind of want to attack. Obviously, Bucks can't guard a point guard, shooting guard off the pick and roll. So looking into that. So any further plays will be in my Discord, but I'm hoping you guys are tailing. Let me know. Let's win. I'm going back to bed.